Hello, I'm Martin Houston, General Manager of Alabama One Insurance. It is now time for another edition of FINTALK. On today, I'm joined by Miss Jackie Johnson, our Financial Wellness Director, as well as Miss Tanya Winstead, our Community Outreach and Event Officer. And today we're going to be talking with you about financial literacy for kids. Why did we choose this particular topic for today?
Well, Martin, we chose this topic because we realize that it's never too early to start with children, teaching them about finances. And so even if it's budgeting, it's talking about credit, it's talking about managing your debt, they can start at an early age. And Tanya, you and I have been out in the community, different schools, with the K through 5 program, and kind of give us a list or talk about some of the ways that kids can learn about money.
Sure. So some of the ways is you can play money games with your child, such as Monopoly or Life. You can have your child create a wish list. Have your child write down 10 things that they want. Of course, we can't have everything that we want.
So you're saying the
At the
kids,
same
don't
time.
let the kids put down like Lamborghini.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So something
okay.
like a game system, something really big. Some of the things, almost like a Christmas list.
Okay, that's good.
Teach them while you shop. So make sure when you take your child to shop, give them the priorities of the trip.
Okay.
Also teach them about discounts and coupons. There's so many ways of doing that. You can do that through your phone. You can flip coupons. You can do it from store to store to see, or even ads. So teach them about that. And most important is teach your child about working.
Oh.
So make sure that they understand if you give your child an allowance, the connection between an allowance and chores. Make sure that is clear. And split the money into categories, such as spending, saving, and sharing. So make sure that they understand those categories and how important it is to split those.
Those are some really, really good steps. And for the most part, I wasn't taught that, and very few children are taught that, especially that you actually work to earn something. So those are definitely some good principles there. But I guess the follow-up to that is, why is it so important that we teach them about finances when they're young versus waiting till they can understand it?
Well, at an early age, we teach them about eating well, exercise through sports and manners, but one of the components that we most often leave out is money skills. So it's very important to teach them at a very young age so they can be successful in their in adulthood.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I know you had something to say, Jackie, but one of the things that's most interesting to me is we don't hesitate to challenge kids to set goals and targets for their grades and for their athletic goals or anything like that. But as a whole, systematically, and even in our school systems, I don't think we do a lot to challenge kids to get involved, learn, and understand financial.
Yeah, and one of the things I was going to say too that Tanya mentioned, and it goes back to, again, learning in school at an early age, and then it kind of evolving into your adulthood, is talking about keeping a list. And like when you go grocery shopping, having a list and making sure you have a budget and you stick to it. And so imagine if we're teaching the children now that what their life will be like in the future. And Martin alluded earlier that he said, I wasn't taught this at this age, at a young age, and neither was I. And so now learning all of those things is a little bit harder, but possible. And so these are some very good examples, Tanya, in what you're sharing for the kids.
Great.
And tell me, one of the things, what can Alabama One, what do we do at Alabama One that can help our viewers and our members with this process for their children?
I wanted to share two things that we do here at Alabama One, and one is we go into the schools with the Bernstein Bear Financial Literacy Program. With this program, we teach money skills of saving, sharing, earning, and spending, of course, their money. the concept of that. Also, we have the Bernstein Bear Cub account. This account is savings account. This account is up to the age of 12 years of age. Okay. What's special about this account is when your child comes in to open the account, they get a piggy bank to save their money in. They get a book about the credit union, a Bernstein Bear Visit with the Credit Union book, and they can earn special rewards. So all kids like that. So that's special.
Those are some really good rewards, I guess. But as a parent, yay, I'm ready to do this. But how do I start? What are the steps? What should I be doing? You've encouraged me, Tanya. But now, can you give me kind of an action plan or steps to follow?
Well, the first thing is your child's got to save some money to come in and open an account. So what I would suggest is let them earn some money. So give them an opportunity to maybe do the dishes at home. It depends on the age of the child. If they're 12, I always say they can cut the grass.
Oh, that's
I
right.
think that's always great. So give them the opportunity to earn their money. And of course, they got to have a place to save it. So have them bring it in. We have coin counters here, by the way. So even if they have coin, have them bring that in. You would be amazed how coin really adds up, and they can put it into their savings account.
That's right.
So,
what are a few other steps that you may want to talk through as a parent?
So one of the most important things as a parent is to be a mentor to your child. Not only teach them or tell them about saving money, you need to practice what you preach. I always say that.
We're in trouble, right?
Yeah. So discuss wants and needs.
Okay.
Let them earn their own money. Set savings goals. Provide a place for them to save. Alabama 1. Have them track their spending. Offer savings incentives. And of course, we do that through the Cub account. And always leave room for mistakes. Because we all make those.
Yes.
And act as their creditor. And as what I mean by that is make them accountable for what they are doing. So make sure that they are accountable for saving their money. If they have set a goal to do so much each week, make sure that they do that.
Yeah, and these are some great lists. It's not an exhaustive list, and so you may be saying, I want to do this, but is there a way? Can I come in? Can I talk to you? Can you help me, Jackie? Because that's part of what we do these for. It's not just to give you information, but to be a resource. So how can they contact us, first of all, in terms of if they're looking to get a little deeper with these steps?
Right. I would say definitely you can contact me, Jackie Johnson, at alabama1.org. I'm always available for the children's side of it. I'm going to pass that torch to Tanya, and she can share her contact information. But either one of us, if you can't get me, you can get Tanya or vice versa. So, and Tanya, just give them your contact as well.
Of course. You can reach me also at Tanya Winstead at alabama1.org or 205-342-0118. So I would love to hear from you.
And the great thing is we will also, not only just for you to come into the credit union, but if you have an activity that you're doing in your schools or with your churches, Tanya and I are also available to do that as well. And we would be more than happy to come out.
We would love to.
Yes.
Any closing thoughts?
I would just say that, teaching children about finances really can be easier than what we think. It does take, some planning, some creativity, and, just trying to figure out what we need to do. If you need help with that, let us know. We can help you. But definitely plan and be creative in whatever you do.
Yes. And Ms. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of FinTalk. Do you have any closing thoughts or last minute words of advice?
I just wanted to stress to be a mentor to your child. Practice what you preach. I'm going to say that again. I'm a preacher's daughter, so I most definitely believe in that, and have your child save their money and bring it to us.
Yes, and thank you for correcting me at least 2 or 3 times in that video. But hey, that's what it's all about. And we're all learning. No, you're not too old and not too young. Thus, we talked to you today about financial literacy for kids. We will continue teaching you about financial literacy. Next month, we're going to be talking about, it's back to school time. Don't let the shopping for back to school stress you out.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be talking about on the next edition of FinTalk. I want to thank you so much for your time. Remember, you can put thoughts, comments, feedback, and even suggest topics on our Facebook timeline, newsfeed there. And remember this, we are Alabama One, and we are strong, stable, and secure. And thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you.